You're not supposed to know this, but I'm going to show you anyway. Millions of Americans were promised a $5,000 Doge dividend check. Others were told massive tax cuts were just around the corner. But here's the thing, the truth behind these promises is not what you've been led to believe. In fact, what just leaked from inside Congress completely changes everything, and what it means for your wallet will surprise you. Stay with me until the end, because I'll reveal what the actual payout could look like, and why it's nothing like what you expected. Before we dive in, it takes just a second. Tap that like button if you appreciate these breaking updates. Now let's get to it. President Trump has made bold financial promises. From eliminating taxes on Social Security, tips, and overtime, to potentially reviving that mysterious $5,000 Doge dividend for 80 million Americans. Sound too good to be true? That's because there's more to the story, and I'm going to break it all down. Speaker Mike Johnson recently outlined the framework of Trump's Big Beautiful Bill. It includes tax relief, border security, and budget cuts. But here's what's strange, that bill only barely passed the framework stage, and insiders say the real fight is just beginning. The final numbers. They're being argued over right now, line by line. Let's be real, Republicans are split on how far to go. Some want aggressive tax cuts. Others are wary of inflating the deficit. Speaker Johnson insists they're committed to saving taxpayers $1.5 trillion, while President Trump aims for $2 trillion in relief. But here's where it gets murky. They also want to raise the debt ceiling by $5.3 trillion to make room for all of this. That includes potential funding for eliminating taxes on Social Security benefits, cutting taxes on tips and overtime, and possibly issuing those Doge dividend payments. But here's the catch. Those line items are getting buried behind headlines, and the promised checks. They're being reframed. So what's really happening behind closed doors? According to leaks, only about 20% of that $1.5 trillion savings might go directly to the American people. The rest, budget reshuffling, tax changes, and political maneuvering. Even more shocking, the $5,000 Doge check many believed was guaranteed. That amount is now being walked back. An insider source close to Senate staffers says the real figure is likely under $1,500, not per person, but per household, and even then, only for net tax-paying households, not the 80 million people originally floated. That's a massive difference. So here's the truth. Yes, tax relief is coming. Yes, Social Security tax cuts and overtime exemptions are on the table. But the once hyped $5,000 Doge check, that's likely being replaced by a smaller tax rebate, cleverly repackaged as savings. And unless you fall into a very specific category, likely fewer than 50 million US households, you may never see a dime. But here's what to watch for. Revolving light: will Congress pass this big beautiful bill before July 4th? Revolving light: will President Trump get the tax reforms through without slashing other programs? Revolving light: and will we see a last-minute addition to the bill, bringing back a real cash payout? I'll be watching it all, and updating you daily. So don't be fooled by the headlines. The real money may not come the way you think. Subscribe right now so you don't miss the next critical update. And let me know in the comments, right finger, do you think the Doge dividend will ever happen? Right finger, or is this just more political smoke and mirrors? Thanks for watching the World News Bulletin. See you in the next video.